One of the reasons the Google Drive suite of apps are so appealing is that you can collaborate on them, and a good way to collaborate is to use comments. So I wanted to show you a couple of tips that will help you use comments more efficiently. I am going to do all of my comments in a document example. However, everything I say can apply to comments in slides, in sheets, and in drawings as well. So keep that in mind. So here I have a document that I've been working on. And if I want to make comments, I can keep my cursor wherever it's at to make a comment there, or I can select a particular piece of text. So if I just keep my cursor somewhere, anywhere really, and I put comment, it's going to select whatever word is closest to that, and it's going to attach the comment to that. So this is why selecting first is kind of important, because you might want to make it on a specific item in the list. So I am going to select this stuff to do with forms. Now I can go up to the top and use the little comment button that says add comment. You'll notice that there's a keyboard shortcut for that as well. But there is a new feature in Google Docs that you can see there is a little bubble that pops up, and this is a shortcut to allow you to add a comment right away. So I'm going to add a comment here, and I say, what do you mean by stuff? Because it just says stuff to do with forms. Push comment, and it adds my comment to that document. Now anyone who is shared on that document can see those comments and follow along with them. So I'm going to click on that comment, and what it'll do is it will allow me to reply to that comment. So I can reply to myself if I want to. Someone else could also reply to me. And so I can say things that you use forms for. Now, usually, depending on how you have your notifications set up, that person might or might not get an email about the fact that you made a comment for them. So a shortcut or a thing that you could do to help with this is if you add a plus, that allows you to pull up names from your contacts, and you can put them in, you can put the comment, you can call somebody specifically in that comment. So I have plus, and I'm going to call him because he's good. And what happens is that particular person for sure gets an email regarding the comment, no matter how they have their notifications set up. And that's just a quick little tip that I learned about recently that I wish I would have known earlier, because I want to say, did you see my comment? Did you see my comment? And this way you don't have to do that. Now, again, these comments sort of pop up off to the side of your document, and clicking on them makes them more active. If you'll notice, there's also 3 little dots that show up in your comment. By clicking on that, if you created the comment, you have the option to edit or delete the comment. So if I want to edit it, that allows me to go in and change the text that is within that particular comment. Things you use forms for in school. There we go. Now I wanted to save it. If I didn't want this to show up there anymore, I could delete it, and then it would delete that comment. Now, all the comments, once you have them all in that thread, they'll show up with that resolve button at the very, very top. And once you are good with everything that was commented, you can resolve the comment, and that won't cause it to disappear. You'll notice, though, that it sort of popped up into this comment button in the upper right side of your screen. If you click on that comments, what it does is it gives you a log of all of the comments that were made in the documents, whether they were resolved or whether they're still live. If you resolve a comment and you want to get it again, sometimes you accidentally resolve comments, you can reopen that comment thread and it shows up in the document again. It usually shows that that particular person reopened it, just so everybody's in the loop. Again, it's really about that collaboration. If you want to comment on a document or other Google file in general, by clicking that comments button up there, you can just add comments right in there, and you can add to threads from there. You can also add comments just to the doc itself. So that comments button is one that's not used very often by a lot of people because they don't know about it. So now you have that extra little tip. So one other thing I wanted to share with you about comments, other than that it's pretty straightforward, is you can comment on literally anything that's in a document. So I have an image here, and you'll notice that when I select it, I have the ability to add a comment on the image. Why is this here? Comments, and my comment is logged, and it's on that particular image. I find that that tip is helpful when you are dealing with slides, so that you can click on particular items on a slide and ask your question about that. It's a good way to give feedback on those live slideshows, documents, and so on and so forth. So that is basically it for using comments in Google Docs.